Name a costume that a kid could wear in 1975, and you've picked a Village person.
Is there a cowboy?
Yes.
There's a police officer?
Yes.
There's an Indian.
An Indian.
Construction worker, maybe?
Construction worker that I always think of as phone operator, because in Wayne's World, Garth dressed as, so in my head, it's a telephone guy.
Do it, Miss Thing! Do it!
Welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast, coming at you from the Slice on Oak Studios. I'm Mayor Dave Badeaux of the city of Brainerd. With me, as always, is my brother.
That's a lot of work.
The worst. Gabriel Johnson, I hear you. I see you.
Dave, was that SmackDown on Friday?
Yes. Can't steal it.
Incredible production. I recommend everybody go to WWE SmackDown.
Woo! So your son, very much into professional wrestling.
Yes.
Of the perfect age for it.
8 years old.
Yes. So you got him tickets.
Got him tickets for his birthday back in August. He had to wait a while.
Okay. As is.
And he was excited.
Yes.
And we went and we saw pretty much all of the superstars on the SmackDown brand.
Okay.
Roman Reigns couldn't make it to Minnesota. Shocker.
Yeah, shocker that.
But Cody Rhodes was there. Cody Rhodes wrestled Chad Gable, who was a Minnesota native.
Okay.
So that was kind of cool. But Cody Rhodes is the undisputed heavyweight champ. He walks into the ring, does the thing, they get up on the turnbuckles and point. But my 8-year-old son swears to God that Cody Rhodes looked him in the eye and pointed at him. And he hasn't stopped talking about it since Friday.
Him and 500 other people around him. Oh, that's fantastic. We'll chat about that a little bit more at the end as well. But we got to move quick today. Don't tell Scotty. He does the news.
Cop dresses as sex wrestler to trap suspect.
Hey, speaking of. Can't steal it. Woo!
Good segue.
That was perfect.
I don't know.
It's like a dominatrix, only just puts you in a chokehold.
Put that cigarette out.
A Thai police officer dressed as a BDSM sex wrestler named Big Bear
Oh.
to entrap a suspect wanted over alleged sex crimes.
Okay, hold on now. So this person is this a purchase? Is this a transaction?
I don't think it's necessarily a transaction. I think it's just a get together.
A get together, but you.
It's more of a Craigslist thing than a...
Yeah.
That's wildly specific, though. That's why I'm going with this, because this is wildly specific. Sex wrestler.
Yeah.
Like that's. I didn't realize that the BDSM went that far into like the intricacies of I am looking specifically for a bear dressed in leather. Hold on, wait a minute. Chokeholds.
And which detective came up with the idea? I know how to nab this guy.
It's only one of two things. It's either the guy in the back sipping his coffee, not paying attention, and everyone's like, we got a bear. Or way too eager. Way too eager.
Guys, it's time. I've been telling you this for years.
I have just the thing at home.
Bike helmets, still optional in Nevada.
Police captain, not going to try to read that name, and his colleagues has been hunting this guy who's 31, but were unable to pin him down in Bangkok.
Oh.
Yeah.
A female decoy was initially used, but
It turns out super gay.
Oh my God.
But the guy who's from China pulled out and said he would only meet if a bizarre fetish was fulfilled by a heavy-set wrestler.
See, it's so specific. Wow.
Oh, so it was the criminal's idea.
Yeah. This is definitely a guy got a little coffee stand on his shirt trying to clean it off. It's not really paying attention. It gets turned around.
The police chief bravely agreed to the dangerous mission. So the police chief himself dressed up as a big bear wrestler, the singlet and everything.
He looks like one of the demolition crew from the 90s. Which turns out, the Repo Man, remember we had the Repo Man? I believe that was one of the demolition.
Ah.
Were they called the Demolition Men? Was that what they were? Anyways,
I don't
continue. Listen, wrestling folks. I'm sorry.
Correct him on the internet.
So the female undercover officer told this guy, Sue, that she had an amateur wrestler friend called Big Bear, and they agreed on a time at a hotel.
What are the odds?
Oh, you don't want to be with me? You want this very specific thing?
I know that.
I have exactly that.
It's going to cost you.
Hidden camera footage shows the dramatic moment. Mr. Ponlawat opened the door in a black singlet and a Satan mask. That's the police chief.
Okay. I thought it was the other guy. I was like, this is getting wild.
Hidden camera footage shows the dramatic moment. The police chief opened the door in a black singlet and a Satan mask, prompting an excited howl from the suspect.
I was going to say, lasers and smoke. Have I got a production for you?
But seconds later, armed police hiding in the wardrobe leapt out to bundle him onto the bed and handcuff him. Adding insult to injury, cops even frog marched him out to the truck using a leather dog collar he had brought for the rump.
What? What?
We'll just use this.
So I was gonna say that guy went from just rock hard to just limp, but then right back to rock hard when the dog collar came back out.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's a fucking dream come true.
He wants
This guy's next fetish request. All right, now this time I want you to not really be a wrestler. I want you to actually be a cop.
I'm dressed as a cop.
Unbelievable.
So yeah, that happened.
Yeah, I don't even want to ask like what his actual sex crimes were. It was enough that they,
Upskirts, assault,
How did you know?
I read that exact story
Okay.
It's a big difference between upskirts and assault.
But they wanted him for both.
Yeah, well, hopefully one more than the other. Not that either one is acceptable.
No.
in any way, shape,
Out
or
of
form.
line.
Yeah,
Way out of
way out of line. Oh man, I love it though. The sitting on the bed waiting. Ooh.
The excited owl.
Yeah, an excited howl.
Oh yeah. Oh. Maybe it was just a woo, and they don't know the wrestling culture.
Yeah.
It was
Bangkok woo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just gave it a big woo.
Ooh, what an excited howl.
Can't steal it. Woo. Oh god damn it, Thailand. Don't go changing. Next.
The Village People's lyricist and lead singer has hit out at the false assumption that the band's biggest hit, YMCA, is a gay anthem.
What? It is a gay anthem.
Turns out the gayest song ever. His wife is like, that's fucking gay.
Surprise, cockbags!
In the pussy.
not only that, she's suing people. Actively suing people.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been
For being gay or what?
no. no.
Liking the
there
Village
wouldn't be
People?
any village people left. Anyways, continue the story. I didn't mean to jump on it.
Well, let's see. What is the exact reason they're intending to
Because people are
sue
saying it's
people?
gay.
I know, but what's their argument?
I think it's crazy to me. So just super fast. That song is not as old as I thought it was. And I don't know how old I thought that song was. Like it has existed our entire existence. I think I said this during the Weird Al episode.
When could it have been released other than like 1978?
I had never really thought about it. I think it's like 1982,
Oh,
even,
okay.
which is the same as 78 in my math. You know that. But it was like the same. It was like the same year we were born. It was like 79 to 82 ish. I don't know. It's weird when something is like born the same time as you, but it's just always been there. And so you just think, yeah, the song's always been around. No, it literally was fresh. When we were kids, that was a fresh song.
Yeah.
People didn't know it was gay yet. Or excuse me, people didn't know it wasn't gay
Yeah,
yet.
it's not gay, Dave. Quote, since I wrote the lyrics and ought to know what the lyrics I wrote is really about, come January 2025, my wife will start suing each and every news organization that falsely refers to YMCA, either in their headlines or alluded to in the base of the story. The YMCA is somehow a gay anthem, because such notion is based solely on the song's lyrics alluding to illicit activity for which it does not. However, I don't mind the gays think of the song as their anthem.
No, you gays are fine. So you other non-gays.
It's the fake news. He's going after the new. He's chasing the bag. Go after it, bud.
I do like that he has a wife, though. It's like, what a wild fucking twist.
I'm not going to sue you. I'm a straight man, and my wife is going to sue you.
She's mad. She's mad. I am not his beard. It couldn't be a gayer song. Could not be a gayer song.
No.
I'm sorry. It is not gay at all.
I will say my brother got married recently to a man, and I don't recall hearing YMCA at the wedding. Yeah. But I wasn't in the dance all that much, so I might have just missed it.
Okay. It's funny that they don't like list their other songs because, like, In the Navy, pretty gay.
Really?
Pretty gay. Yeah. Macho Man, pretty gay. It's just this one song about the men at the place where the men go to spend the night for cheap and play with the boys. Not gay.
Yeah. When I say hang out with all the boys, that is simply 1970s black slang for black guys hanging out together for sports, gambling, or whatever.
Illicit sex.
Yeah. In the shower.
I'm sorry. Once again, this song is not gay. And I will stop saying that it is for fear that in 2025,
Gonna have a bad time.
we should be careful. Like, honestly, I don't want to get sued. I don't want to get sued by village person.
It's not even all of the people.
It's not even one of them.
It's not, exactly. It's not even one of
It is
them.
the straight man's wife.
You know that gay group from the early 80s? Yeah, the one guy, no, hear me out, straight. Hear me out, wife. Also litigious.
That's too much.
The assumption is also based on the fact that the YMCA was apparently being used as some sort of gay hangout. And since one of the writers was gay and some of the village people are gay, the song must be a message to gay people. To that, I say once again, get your minds out of the gutter. It is not.
Did this guy hit his head?
It was partially, it was co-written by a gay guy, and some of us are gay. The song's
And we do gay things in the YMCA, but it's not related to this.
Meanwhile, it's specifically written about the YMCA in San Francisco.
Yeah. I think it's a gay anthem.
I think it is as well. I'm sorry. YMCA, good shift though, right? Good shift, because now it's just where you take your kids to do swimming lessons and youth sports, right? But like you had in the early 80s, you had this is a song that meant it's gay.
It's always been the Young Men's Christian Association.
Yes.
They never endorsed bigotry.
No, I know they did.
God damn it.
Oh man, it had been a rough time for the YMCA. It's like this song, it's pretty catchy. It's a what? What? People think what? Here? No. I've seen the guy. He's down here all the time. He's just playing sports and other things with his. I love that he specifically says it's in the black male 70s culture. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah. Wild. But he also says that they're not all gay. So which ones do you think are not gay?
That's a lie.
Well, I understand that.
The guy with the wife couldn't possibly.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Can't be married to a woman if you're gay.
If you had to pick, which of the village people are not gay? If you had to pick,
I don't know any of them.
name a costume that a kid could wear in 1975, and you've picked a village person.
Is there a cowboy?
Yes.
There's a police officer?
Yes.
There's an Indian,
Indian.
construction worker, maybe?
Construction worker that I always think of as phone operator, because in Wayne's World, Garth dressed as, so in my head, it's a telephone guy. So gay. Climbs poles for a living. Gay.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
All right, let's move on from that one. All right. Next.
Startup and Shark Tank famed Yes Madam, a home salon and tech-enabled platform for beauty and wellness, issued a clarification on recent controversy that was stirred after a leaked email claimed some things. So let's just read the email. It's not that bad.
Okay. This could go places.
The email reads, Dear team, recently we conducted a survey to understand your feelings about stress at work. Many of you shared your concerns, which we deeply value and respect. As a company committed to fostering a healthy and supportive work environment, we have carefully considered the feedback. To ensure that no one remains stressed at work, we have made the difficult decision to part ways with employees who have indicated significant stress. This decision is effective immediately, and impacted employees will receive further details separately.
So I just read that this morning. I didn't read anything beyond that, but I was like,
That is wild.
I was like, you're right. Hey, too stressful for you? Guess what? Not anymore.
Let me take a load off.
Yeah, we're gonna relieve you of all this stress.
It was such a wild turn too, because you're just like reading. It's like, yeah, okay, I can see where this is going. This is a little too coddly. Oh no, opposite. Opposite of coddling.
Yeah, you gone.
We tricked you. And now you're fighting.
Yeah. Hey, are you guys feeling stressed out? How stressed out? Oh, it's unbearable? Oh, well, goodbye.
I can't believe it's like a at-home salon.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I don't even know.
I would find out if it says anything about like what the actual business is, because I gotta know now. Because that sounded like you can have your own salon at home. You don't have to have an actual salon.
Right. We'll hold the license with the state, and
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want.
You can, have things that are probably pretty illegal.
Yeah.
Oh, it turns out that's stressful? Yeah, not a great idea, huh? Well, we don't really need you.
Get stressed out by all these bureaucrats knocking at my door asking for my license.
Turns out you have to know rules and regulations. Which I will say this. So my ex-wife had a salon manager's license, had a salon in the house. Wild amount of work. Callie failed the test a couple times and was very stressed out about this test. So it's not like you would think it would be. It's like, oh, I want to just cut hair inside my house. Like, no, they're wickedly specific, and the regulations are like absurd. You got to follow a lot of rules. So I can understand that being a very stressful situation if you thought, hey, I'm not going to have to deal with any of that. So if that's what it is, I get it. But at the same time, like,
It's all the cosmetologist dropouts thinking they had an easy pass.
Yeah.
It might be the best email of all time. But what's the confusion? They want to clarify some confusion.
Oh, people were confused. They thought their employer gave a shit about them.
Well, we wanted to clear up. Listen, our email has went viral. It doesn't really sound great for us. It sounded great. I think it's fantastic. I would love to do that with every employee I have, which is zero.
Okay, I was gonna say,
For a reason, because I'm not good at that.
because I'd fire all of them, no
fire
matter
all of
what.
them.
They've all been fired, and I'm not hiring.
It's too hard. It's too hard. It's too much work. Like I could just do the work, or pay someone, or like spend twice as much time explaining to them how to do it half as good as I can do it, and then having to redo it anyways. I'll pass on that.
So they say, quote, "We sincerely apologize for any distress caused by recent social media posts suggesting we dismissed employees for being stressed. Let us be clear. We would never take such an inhuman step. Our team is like family, and their dedication, hard work, and passion are the foundation of all our successes.
Where's the flip? Because the last email taught me that this flips quick.
The social media posts were a planned effort to highlight the serious issue of workplace stress. And to those who shared angry comments or voiced strong opinions, we say thank you. Were Yes Madam employees really fired for being stressed? Absolutely not. Notifications. They weren't fired. They were given a break to rest. They weren't.
Finally, I've been waiting. This is too serious.
They weren't let go. They were encouraged to release their stress. They weren't laid off. They were offered a chance to relax. They weren't sacked. They were urged to rest and recharge.
Oh, thank God. All right, good. Because for a minute there, I was thinking these people suck, but now I'm back on board. Right? So they did let
Those are
people
all
go.
euphemisms for fired,
Yeah.
right?
Those are all.
You just a list of different ways to say you're fired. So I'm going to encourage you to release your stress.
Not gonna work here anymore.
Fix the glitch.
We're going to be getting rid of these people here. First, Mr. Samir Naga. Not going to work here anymore anyway.
I love it. I'm on board. For a second there, you were losing me, and I was going to say, this is gayer than the YMCA.
Which is not.
Which is not. Turns out none of it is.
Okay, Mr. Slave, go sit until I need you.
Oh! Dude, I think that Mr. Slave guy might be a Pakistani.
I like it. I'm on board again. Brought me
yeah.
right back. All right, next.
The city of Bend
I like it.
is asking for a vandal who has been putting googly eyes on statues in roundabouts to stop.
Oh, no. I would create a googly eye budget.
Right? Yeah.
When
him.
Yeah, when googly eyes ended up on the Paul Bunyan and Babe
Yeah.
bike rack downtown,
Yes.
that was the coolest thing to ever happen.
Yes. Yeah, remember when we put chalk underneath the bridge so people would stop spray painting it and just use chalk? Turns out people used the chalk so much we ran out of chalk.
Yeah.
And our problem was that our staff didn't like replacing the chalk.
They didn't want to have to go put chalk in the mailbox.
Wait a minute. You mean I have to do things? Sorry to our staff that heard that. Again, I am terrible and will fire all of you for no reason.
Are you too stressed to put chalk in the mailbox?
Yeah. But if googly eyes was the option, in a heartbeat, that's fantastic.
Yeah, the vandalism has happened to 8 statues so far.
It's so awesome.
And the city is concerned it may damage them.
Show Dave
Yeah.
that is a cool.
Okay. See, otherwise that's just a terrible statue.
Yeah, that's not even, it's just a ball.
That's awesome.
Just a ball. Now it's a ball with giant googly eyes on it. What's this? Oh, a goat or something?
I think that's a dog. Oh, no, maybe a deer. I thought it was a dog.
deer?
Looked like a
Look at those
Doberman.
googly eyes. So
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the googly eyes placed on the various art pieces around town might give you a chuckle. It costs money to remove them with care to not damage the art, the city of Bend said in an
Or just-
Instagram post.
Just leave them and they'll fall off.
The rain will
Jesus.
work. You're
Yeah.
in Bend, Oregon.
Yeah. It is funny that is it Oregon?
Yeah.
Because, hey, I was very happy with myself when I was aware of what that was. Yeah, come on, guys. Calm down. That sounds very, very much the thing that Oregon would do.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's fun?
Yeah.
Oh.
Party poopers.
Yeah.
Officials said removing the googly eyes has so far cost the city over $1,500.
Oh, God. I'll send you a check. And more googly eyes. Those are big googly eyes.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. They're like dinner plates.
Yeah. Those got to run you a little bit of money. You got to Temu those. I love it. Please. Oh, that gives me an idea.
Googly eye in your cookies.
No, the water tower.
Giant googly eyes.
Next,
That's awesome.
next Christmas or next Halloween, let's googly eye
Yeah.
the water tower.
How can we get googly eyes that big?
We can make them. We can make a googly eye that big.
Yeah, you got
And
the little
then-
foam stuff.
Yeah, we can make googly eyes that big, and then we'll just hang them off the front of it. We're doing it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That would
I'm
be
doing
an
it. Yeah,
excellent
I'm doing
costume.
it. Okay.
We'd make national news, baby.
I'm going to googly eye the water. And for those of you that don't know, we have a water tower that was built in 1920. First of its kind.
It's a goblet of fire.
It's a castle. We have a fucking castle.
It's a rook.
It's a very expensive.
is. It's a rook.
It's a very expensive chess piece. But we didn't do anything this year just because we were too busy working on these Christmas cookies. But we did Rapunzel hair braid for a couple years, and then last year we did a dragon's tail. Yeah, dude, I'm putting googly eyes on it next year.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm really excited now. And you know what? You Bend, Oregon. We're gonna leave it up.
But thank you, Bend,
Yes.
Oregon Bandits.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's fantastic. That's a great. And those are. I'm not gonna lie to you. The ball. I'm sure it's pretty cool if you're like next to it, but like it's really cool with the googly eyes. That thing's awesome. That's a great statue. Way better statue.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Idiots.
Fucking thing sucks.
All right. Next. Gabe's got a hard out, so we got 9 minutes.
The suspect in the fatal shooting of the United Healthcare CEO in New York has seemingly won the hearts of the public, with many showing their affection in bizarre ways.
I'm sure you're gonna tell us in a bizarre way now.
The New York Police Department said Luigi McDonald, 26, was arrested Monday after an employee at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, called authorities saying the suspect was sitting at a table inside the fast food restaurant.
Crazy.
Now, people are apparently rallying behind Mangione. Several left nasty reviews for at least a few Pennsylvania area McDonald's in the wake of his arrest.
You didn't even have the time to look up which McDonald's.
No.
Just Pennsylvania McDonald's. Or, my favorite, Altoona
Yes.
McDonald's, which there's an Altoona, Iowa.
Oh no.
So this Iowa McDonald's is
Getting hammered.
is getting hammered with bad reviews. Reviews that say things like the one that is there's rats everywhere, and my health insurance won't cover me when I get sick from them.
That's a good one. Now that's good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I support that. As a restaurant owner, I'm sorry, but I fully support. Fully support.
Others simply left 1-star reviews citing bad service and so-called snitches.
I like that as well.
There was there's a McDonald's in Altona, Melbourne.
Oh,
They're
gosh.
also getting shit.
People are so stupid.
Melbourne, Australia.
The stupidity of people will never freaking cease to amaze me.
Yeah.
Like, how do you even how do you skip over all of the variations of names that are close
In this hemisphere.
and end up in Australia? It's upside down, people.
Right to jail, right away.
I kind of like it, but at the same time, people are so goddamn dumb. I saw one from Culver's. It was just a picture of Culver's, and it said, "We won't snitch."
Yeah,
I love that.
people online are talking about how the whoever runs the Wendy's Twitter, because X is just
Yep.
They're
quite
good.
funny.
Yep, they're good.
and they're always poking people and poking other businesses. So you got to wonder if Wendy's
they got
gonna get in
something.
on it.
You got to be careful though, too.
Right.
Yeah, a guy was assassinated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's all fun. It's like it's frisky. The whole thing is crazy. By the time people even see this on YouTube, it'll be old news. But the whole thing is crazy. Like the video of him shooting the guy is crazy because he like shoots him in the calf first. Like the first shot he takes like goes down into the dude's calf, and you can see the guy kind of like hobble, and then he has to like his gun's like not quite jamming or like isn't cycling properly. So there's like that whole thing. But then like everything that's happened since then, with the finding of like the photo of him pulling down his masks because some lady was evidently hitting on him. So he pulled down his mask so she could see him. Like, what the okay, that's a weird twist.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, then he gets found in McDonald's? That's a weird goddamn
This
twist.
anti-corporate guy was at Starbucks, killed a guy, went to McDonald's.
Yes. Yeah.
And excuse me, sorry, I'm a little nutty, but who the carries a manifesto in your pocket to be arrested by the police and like, oh, oops, yep, here's everything admitting that I did it.
And then says that because he had $8,000 in U.S. currency and then $2,000 in a foreign currency.
And Monopoly money in a backpack.
And Monopoly money. But then he says that the money was planted. So like of all the things, like you get through all of this and it's like, yeah, but the money was planted. But that's like the only thing he argued with. He said the bag was waterproof. What? Okay. That's a weird thing to bring up in court. Yep. Hey, by the way, it's waterproof. But also that's not my money. I don't know where that came from. Could be a cool move though. I was thinking about this. I was like, yeah, that sounds very conspiracy, but what a cool move. Like just carry around a bunch of weird shit. And then just when you get caught, go, not one goddamn piece of that is mine. I don't know where any of that came from. Who in the world carries a manifesto? That's what I would have said. Who carries a manifesto? It's the first thing I would have said.
Who carries a 3D printed gun?
Who doesn't shave their eyebrows? Just get rid of them, dude.
Yeah.
It's the one thing everybody's looking at. Be like, hey.
Unibrow. The unibrow. Oh, no.
Busted.
Wild, though, huh?
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, and now McDonald's is all over. They're getting shit done. Snitches.
Yeah, and what here you are. You're a McDonald's employee. And then, like, an assassin.
Yeah.
Like, that's what dreams are made of. An assassin comes in
I
here?
don't know, man.
And
He's also Italian. I mean, you don't f with Italians, do you?
I don't know. He seems like kind of a pussy if if he's just hanging out in McDonald's getting busted.
Yeah. Well, he's got a bad back, so
This is true as well.
he told his landlord he couldn't f because his back hurts.
What?
Yeah.
This is the greatest story of all time.
Oh, man.
Every wrinkle. There's not been a single wrinkle of this story that I don't enjoy.
Who tells their landlord that? Hey, I got some screws in my back. Can't fuck anymore.
No, his landlord's like, hey, you got to keep the screwing down a little bit. It's too loud. It's like, it ain't me. See this back? You think I'm doing the fucking?
Wow.
Why? Why would you tell anybody? I mean, like, you could tell a lot of people that, but why would you tell your landlord that? And I like that the landlord was like, it really stuck in my head.
Yeah, you're right.
It really stuck in my head.
Well,
really felt bad for him.
Yeah, that one time.
Well, I mean, if the cops are asking you for details about the guy, you'd be like, well,
Does
his back hurts.
I know he's basically a virgin.
has he been carrying a lot of couches up and down the stairs? No, turns out
He cannot.
fuck.
Finger bang!
All right. That's going to be a fun one to keep our eyes on. I don't know. Like, where do you go from here? Right?
Jail. In prison.
I understand that. It sounds like they're like kind of tying him to the Unabomber and stuff. He wrote a paper about it.
He gave a positive review on Goodreads.
Is that what it was?
Of the
Okay, it was
manifesto.
Goodreads.
Yeah.
I thought he wrote a paper on it.
And Ted Kaczynski was right. So leave Ted out of
Hold
this.
on a second. Just wait. No, because here's where I was going with this, Gabe. It was a very Gabe Johnson move. It was like, listen, way out of line. However, had some good ideas. Couple things revolutionary. Way out of line.
Assassinating. Way out of line.
Way out of line. Super out of line. But it made it sound like he was on his way to maybe potentially thinking he was going to get more of these scenarios happening, is what I kind of was grafting from it. Because there was like a comment that he had made that was like in his manifesto or whatever, basically saying, I'm sorry for this, but it wasn't like, I'm sorry for doing that.
So he like recently watched V for Vendetta and wanted to start a whole
I think so.
revolution of killing CEOs.
Yeah. It sounded like this was the first of many and then just wasn't very good at it. But you want to know why you weren't good at it? You're in New York City and then you went to Pennsylvania and then you're at McDonald's.
Yeah.
They have a fucking drive-through. You don't even have to be inside. When was the last time you were inside a McDonald's? You fucking moron. Get your burger.
Yeah, what a sociopath. He goes inside the dining room at McDonald's.
Get your burger and go, you dummy. Anyways. All right. That's probably the last one. Gabe, you're on your way out the door. You got to go get your son.
Yes, sir. Got hockey.
Just real quick, bring up wrestling one more time. Kind of cool. I think it was cool that you got to do that. But we have been talking because the problem with Minnesota is we will get all the cool things that happen, but then we get like that's Minnesota.
We get Temu.
Yeah,
Smackdown.
we get the Temu SmackDown because we were talking about Savannah Bananas. Savannah Bananas are traveling around and they're doing like stadium tours. And Gabe's like, we should try to get in the lottery to get some tickets. And I was like, yeah, but I heard that they're having the other because in Savannah.
They have a fake Savannah Banana team.
It's the Globetrotters who play against
Okay.
the
I have no
Admirals
idea
or
what
some
this
shit
is.
like that.
Admirals Nationals.
Yeah. So they have it's them and the Party Animals. Well, then they got so popular that the Generals, yes. The Party Animals play against Savannah Bananas. They got so popular they started touring. Well, then they got so popular they had to like split that up.
Sure.
So now the Party Animals are touring as well, and of course Minnesota gets the Party Animals. Still would be cool. Still put in for the lottery to see if we could get some tickets. But it's just funny how that always happens with Minnesota. And so I was excited that you guys got anything.
Well, Kevin Owens is the number one challenger for the belt.
Yep.
And they started off with a bit of him in a car saying, I wasn't even invited to Minnesota, and who the hell would want to go to Minnesota anyway? I wouldn't show up if I was invited. But at the very end of the night, he entered the ring after Cody Rhodes won his match.
Sure.
Kevin Owens came in and they kind of brawled a little bit outside the ring. So they acknowledged the bit that people don't come to Minnesota, but Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes came.
The one nice thing with that particular is it's still a TV show. So they're still filming, right? So it still has to be something that people want to watch. You can't just have the Minnesota episode that nobody on TV wants to watch as well.
Right.
So.
And they're building up. They have a big fight coming up like on Saturday or something. So there's a build up to that.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad your son enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We've done a little bit of wrestling content. We should do a little bit more wrestling content because it's just fun. What a fun thing to do. And I love pageantry. You know that. So stuff like that where much like the cop, You get those lasers and you get that smoke going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You get
couple fireworks,
a couple of woos. Couple woos. I'm in. So, all right. Thank you to Scotty for the news.
Yeah.
Thank you to Gabriel Johnson.
Thank you, Dave,
for the wrestling content. Thank you to your son for getting those tickets. And we will be back next week. We have a game that we'll be playing, as well as in 2 weeks, the 2006, the 2006, 2006 Be Kind Rewind will be happening. So shoot us stuff over for that. Your movies, TV shows, music, and whatnot from then as well. So thank you, Scotty.
Yeah.
And with that, we're done. What do you do if you're a assassin who's just not really a very good assassin? I mean, you're a pretty good assassin, I guess. He did kill him.
He killed the guy, but surely you're watching TV.
Yeah.
You see your face everywhere.
Your face.
Change your face. What the fuck are you doing?
There's something weird. There's something freaking weird because, I mean, now granted, you got to be pretty gone in the head.
Yeah.
So, and part of it's probably narcissistic a little bit.
Sure, a little pride.
Yeah,
yeah, look at me.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't understand because...
Well, and you keep seeing, you're probably reading all this online, people are cheering you on.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, maybe somebody will recognize me and I can lay on my back and not move at all while they hurt me. Because I can't move my back.
That's a huge bitch.